Um, I put this on silent. The first thing I want to start with is condolences to Charlie Kirk's children and wife. Um, because I really feel like he was a, what's the word I'm looking for? He was a sheep to the slaughter, basically, a sacrificial person. However, do I um, agree with the things that Kirk used to say? No, I didn't like anything he used to say. I feel like he is a part of the problem that we are seeing right now in this country, and the division and the racism and normalizing, harming other people was something that he spouted. He was very anti LGBTQ. He was anti women. He was anti. I mean, I could go on and on and on. The only thing I do agree with him is the protection of the constitutional Second Amendment right to bear arms. That's what I do agree with. I feel that our gun problem in America isn't about the guns per se, it's about mental illness 99.9% of the time. However, his murder was not some random thing. It wasn't somebody that didn't like what he had to say. I personally feel like it was somebody in this particular administration that orchestrated this. And the reason why I feel that is because the first thing that Trump does when he goes on social media or to address the country is not to unify people and to solve the problem. No, he goes in there as a political, using this as a political grift on his base, because his base has turned against him concerning the Epstein files. However, the Epstein files aren't going away. People wanting to know where his position in all this is not going away. So this distraction is not going to continue. Okay? No, little girl. It's really unfortunate, though. I really feel bad for his kids and his wife. That is horrific. Like, it's horrific. I'm going to be honest, I couldn't watch. Just hearing about it is enough for me. I can't watch him be murdered. That is not somebody. This is the thing. I don't think anybody, no matter if you disagree with what Charlie had to say, he's not alive anymore. So to be giddy and be happy about somebody's death, to me, is very morbid and disgusting. It's not right. This is not the type of country that, or if you are in social media and you have a big following, I don't feel it's very appropriate on any side to glorify somebody's death and use that as a political pawn to demonstrate how you feel politically. I think it's disgusting. I really do. And it's sad. Personally, I just know how these things work, and this type of assassination, it's not some random Joe Schmo. If you are shooting a target 200 yards away with accuracy, you are trained. You are military trained. Somebody put a video out and said that that Charlie Kirk had he had altercations with a lot of the neo-Nazi white males, and I'm wondering if that had significance. However, I really feel it's going deeper than that. I feel it's more down the rabbit hole of somebody that is actually in the Epstein files. Not just Trump, but somebody else that doesn't want that information out. And this is, well, for one, it's a distraction, and two, this is going to be a gun grab. This is a more than one-fold orchestrated agenda to get him murdered, because they have been talking about gun grabs. Now, notice that Trump went on mainstream media talking about that it was from the left. However, when his fake shooting of his ear, the person they used as a patsy was a Republican, the boy. And even back then I said, that boy did not shoot Trump. That boy was a setup. But he was a Republican. No, Lily. Stop. No. So they snatched up a man who they were trying to claim was the shooter for Charlie Kirk. And he just so happened to be a Democrat. Really? However, he wasn't the shooter. That older man was not the one on the rooftop that they're showing running. The person that's running on the rooftop after shooting Charlie Kirk was extremely agile and very trained. This was a professional. I honestly didn't even want to do a video addressing Charlie Kirk, but when Trump went on mainstream media going after the Democratic Party over this, that's a neo-Nazi move. That is a dictator neo-Nazi type of move that he just did. I hope people's eyes are open. That's exactly what Hitler did. He got rid of the opposition by these exact same tactics. I feel like the more people press and go into these Epstein files, the more you're going to find out who really is the person that orchestrated this. When you have the Supreme Court allowing racial profiling to deport, to me, that screams people on the Supreme Court are probably in those files as well and have been blackmailed, because it is very unconstitutional to allow this to take place. The racial profiling of ICE agents. So yeah, I feel this is it's getting deeper and deeper when it comes to the Epstein files. I'm going to be honest with you. I have so much stuff I want to say, but I better not say about it. But just know that the person that was running on the rooftops after shooting Charlie Kirk was a professional. This is a professional sniper. Military professional sniper. And those type of snipers don't have any kind of political affiliation. They don't. So, food for thought.